Hi, I'm Lori and I love books, and today is day 5 of my 12 vlogs of Christmas, and these are the recent reads I read between November and December of 2021. And the first is Great Irish Legends, and this is a little book of Irish legends. The Beggar Men was my favorite story. They have lots of pictures and was a nice little book to read. This is a poetry book, The Thousand Whales by Adam Kirsch, and wasn't a favorite. It was interesting, but a lot of the poems were very long, and I didn't get all the Greek references, and so it was interesting to read, but I don't know that I'll ever reread it, so this might go in my to-go pile, my unhaul pile. The next couple books are picture books. Marshmallow. This is about a little bunny that gets adopted by a writer who also has an old tabby cat, and how they become friends, and she writes a couple poems about the bunny and how wonderful the bunny is, and then how kind of hard work it is to have a bunny, and then eventually how the bunny and the kitty become friends. So it was a very cute little storybook. I liked the illustrations, and that's by Claire Turley Newberry. And so it was a cute little book to find. I get that it's not Easter time yet, but Christmas bunnies are cute bunnies too. This one I got at Goodwill and goes with my Alice in Wonderland collection, and that's Abby in Wonderland. There's a DVD version of this, which I own, so having the book to go with the DVD version I really like. And this is about Abby winding up in Wonderland. Elmo's the white rabbit, or the red rabbit, and he accidentally winds up with Abby's wand, and Abby has to chase him through this magical land to try to get her wand back. And there's other familiar characters from Sesame Street in this story as well. And then I had talked about this book before, but I did finish it, and that's The Cat Who Came for Christmas. It's a good book about a cat deciding who's going to be his owner, and was found on Christmas Day in New York City, and that the owner is the new person he owns, the cat owns, is into animal rights, and so there's a lot of stuff about animal rights, about saving harp seals from being turned into furs. So it might not be for everybody, but you know, it was a good book about a cat at Christmas time. And then I read some more about cats, but this time in Plums. And this is Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. And this is apparently what they based the Broadway musical Cats on. Some of the playful words that kind of were silly and made up didn't make a whole lot of contextual sense. And then some of the cats are really cute and adorable, like the railway cat, and there's like a pirate cat that's retired now, and those were really cute. But then some of them are about cats who are, commit crimes and steal things, and other cats that are like little terrors. So it has its good kitties and its bad kitties, and I did like the illustrations the best. The illustrations are by Axel Scheffler. And so they're just like really happy kitty pictures with these big eyes. So it visually is a very good book. Reading it was a little less entertaining. And then the last book I read this year is A Christmas Miscellany by Ian Jackman. And this is a collection of newspaper articles and clips from the Evening Post, Ladies' Home Journal from like the 1800s, 1900s, and compiled together into this book. Some of the odder things is it goes through the prices of food at the time. There's a couple recipe ideas, but it's written in paragraph form as opposed to like a recipe. So I don't think I'll try those, but it was an interesting collection of little short stories. My favorite was of a man who answers an ad to go have a country Christmas with a bunch of strangers, and so he goes, and then it turns out to be quite a different adventure than the one he was expecting to take. And it does have a happy ending, but it was a very interesting story. So I did enjoy this book, and I'm not planning on reading any books between now and January, because I might want to do some more, like go to the movies and see some Christmas decorations and things like that. There were a couple books I started this year that I haven't finished yet, and that's Miriam's Song by Eileen Smith, and this is about Moses and his older sister, and it's very poignant, but it kept making me cry, so I want to save this for summer when I'm not around people and I can just read it and bawl my eyes out if I need to. I did start the Blue Fairy book by Andrew Lang, and this edition is from Barnes & Noble, and they're just a collection of different short fairy tales. And if I do read anything, it'll probably be this, but I'm not planning on reading anything. And then I did have a couple books I started that are DNF'd this year, and this one I feel really bad for because it's such a tiny little book, and it's The Marriage of Heaven and Hell in full color by William Blake. I've read other things by William Blake that I really enjoy, but this I'm just like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read it for like as it's written, or if I'm supposed to read it with like subtext and, you know, questioning, you know, who's telling me what. I've tried it like 3 or 4 times and I'm just not getting into it, and I don't think getting cliff notes for a book I'm reading for leisure makes much sense. So I'm going to probably unhaul this one. And then this one I got like 2 years ago to read during October because it looked like it'd be a very good book for October. I started reading it last October. I read one story and I have so many books that I figure I don't need to force myself to read a book that I'm not into. And so that's Stories and Fables, The Unbroken Web by Richard Adams. It has this very cool cover. It has very vibrant illustrations. So I've tried it like 2 years in a row, and it's just not for me. So I'm going to probably be unhauling that. Did you have any books you couldn't get through this year? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear any comments you have. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely time reading and a Merry Christmas. Bye!